Okay, Conor McGregor confirms negotiations with Manny Pacquiao. He said things are intensifying. Once again, this is a fight that nobody asked for. I don't think nobody's interested in seeing Manny Pacquiao fight Conor McGregor, although we will watch it if that's what's going to go down. But it's not a fight that is warranted. One of the things I always say about Manny Pacquiao is he's holding up the division. He's holding up the passing of the torch kind of thing. Even though he iced out Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao is really here to basically pass off the torch to the next superstar. A lot of people need his name on his resume, on their resume, to make them somewhat legit in the eyes of the public. Even though I said that beating a Manny Pacquiao won't really mean much to a hardcore boxing fan because he's old. But nonetheless, he is still a threat. But would half these guys beat the Manny Pacquiao that we all know? No, not at all. So, nonetheless, with Manny Pacquiao, I do understand his scenario. Manny Pacquiao has been looking for a payday. I believe he signed with PBC thinking that he would get another Floyd Mayweather fight. But that's something that they dangled over his head, and they was basically going to use him to build up these other fighters. So he has to compensate for the money that he's not going to get from the Floyd fight. And all this is due to the fact because Bob Arum robbed Manny Pacquiao. I don't like to really see Manny Pacquiao having to still do stuff like this at his age. The man is a legend, you know. And I understand him wanting to make fights like this because he needs to make up for that money that Bob Arum has dicked him out of. But I would say if he's going to make this Conor McGregor fight, go ahead and make that Conor McGregor fight, get your money, and then fight either Terrence Crawford or Eroll Spence, because Manny Pacquiao is what a lot of these guys are hiding behind. And what it seems to be, to me, it's like a race to Pacquiao. Whoever gets Pacquiao on his name, that's basically who can warrant A side. That's how a lot of people are looking at it, even though I'm going to keep saying A side and B side should not be boxing fans' conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's none of our concern because we don't benefit off of it. I don't care who gets what. I don't care who has more rules over the other. I don't care who dictates to the other. I just want to see the fight at this point, and we get too wrapped up in these guys' finances. That's their business, and I really don't give a shit no more. But Manny Pacquiao needs to bust a move and need to fight. He needs to fight either Terrence Crawford or he needs to fight Eroll Spence, because I'm tired of this bullshit, and I just want the shit to move along, because we have enough of division being clogged up with Keith Thurman and now Eroll Spence, and Eroll Spence is basically hiding behind Manny Pacquiao. So if Pacquiao want to go ahead and get that Conor McGregor money, once again, I'm not mad at it, even though I will point out the contradiction. When Floyd did it, they said it was bad for boxing. They said it destroyed this. They said it destroyed that. This is a joke, blah, blah, blah. Complain, 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 complain. But when Manny Pacquiao do it, y'all quiet as a church mouse and y'all will accept it. And I will also bring up, it's funny how you guys don't like certain boxers fighting MMA fighters, but you don't mind Logan Paul and all this other bullshit. You know, boxing fans are really full of shit. But when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, go out there and get your cash, player, but come back and rectify this shit. And do something, because of right now you're just holding the belt for no reason, and you really don't want to fight neither one of these guys. You know, I mean, just to be quite frank and honest, you really don't want to step in there with Crawford, and I don't think you really want to step in there with Eroll Spence. Even if you think you will win, I just think it will just take too much out of you at this point in time. And if it is going to take that much out of you, you want to get paid and compensated for, and I understand it. But then again, that's the results of dealing with Bob Arum. Okay? So that's basically my thoughts on the whole thing. But Manny Pacquiao, basically, he needs to do something, and he needs to sit down and go retire, something like that, because he's a legend. He should be able to sit back and marvel at everything that he has done, and, you know what I'm saying, basically sit back and relax. He don't really need to be out here mixing it up with these young guns, because I don't want to have to make an excuse for no boxer because they're too old. Because in my opinion, as long as you are still lacing up a pair of gloves, I'm not going to take your age into consideration. As long as you're stepping in that ring, I'm going to treat you just like I treat anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Just like I treat the young guys. It makes no difference to me. But to me, Manny Pacquiao definitely needs to go out here and do something, because I'm sick of people hiding behind Manny Pacquiao's name and keep bringing up Pacquiao's name. If you're going to fight Conor McGregor, go ahead and fight Conor McGregor. But this is what I'm going to say in closing. If you're just using Conor McGregor's name to keep avoiding fighting Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, stop that shit. Because I notice every time these talks come up, the McGregor talk comes up and this fight comes up. It's the classic Bob Arum move that you actually borrowed. You know, anytime people put pressure on Bob Arum about not getting him the fights he needs, well, we could get Manny Pacquiao and we could get that, and that's what he used to pacify the fans. So I don't know if you're using this kind of talk to pacify the fans, but the shit need to stop. And if you don't want to do it, I don't know, drop the belt or just get the fuck up out of boxing. I mean, I really don't know what to say at this point, but enough of the bullshit. That's my thoughts on it. Bruce Van, I'm out.